what is going on? It's your friendly neighborhood Dungeon Master Miles here, back at it again with another video. And this one is pretty special. ChatGPT Open AI is becoming very popular as of recently, even being mentioned in South Park, which is absolutely amazing. I still have yet to watch the show myself, but I've seen clips. I really do want to watch it, and it's on HBO Max, so I really have no excuse. But anyways, I digress. ChatGPT Open AI. Super cool. It is a text-based AI, so it's not going to make any of that fancy AI art that you see on the internet. But what I did personally with ChatGPT Open AI is I created a bunch of stuff for Dungeons and Dragons for your presentation, I guess. Anyways, I am calling this series ChatGPT D&D, a collection of things from pop culture and real life that AI has put into D&D. Before we get started, if you like what you see, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, ding, 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 and join the notification station, the whole shebang, shaboodle, the whole kit and caboodle, if you know what I mean. With all of that out of the way, let's begin. First off, we have Squishmallows as a playable race in Dungeons & Dragons. First things first, ability score increase. Squishmallows are naturally gentle and friendly creatures. Increase your charisma score by 2. Already, I think that's pretty cool. Size, Squishmallows are small creatures, so your size is small. With a base walking speed of 25 feet. That's suitable. You know, most races nowadays are just straight up 30 feet, especially with Monsters of the Multiverse kind of correcting things, basically rewriting stuff for 5th edition. Anyways, squishy body. Your body is incredibly soft and squishy, allowing you to absorb impacts and slip through tight spaces. You have resistance to bludgeoning damage and can squeeze through spaces that are only 6 inches wide. Very clever. Resisting bludgeoning damage that's already one of the damage types. I mean, if you pair that with Barbarian, yeah, sure, you already have resistance. Could you imagine, though, a Squishmallow Barbarian? That would be something interesting to see. Anyways, cute appearance. Squishmallows are known for their adorable appearance. You have proficiency in the performance skill and can use it to charm and entertain others. Pretty cool. And languages, you can speak, read, and write Common and one other language of your choice. Already pretty great. Now, on to sub-races. Choose one of the following sub-races for your Squishmallow character. Animal Squishmallow. You take after a specific animal, such as a unicorn or dragon, and gain some of its characteristics. Increase your wisdom score by 1, and choose one of the following options. Unicorn. You have a healing touch. You can use your action to touch a creature and restore a number of hit points equal to your level. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. In my personal opinion, this is a little bit too underpowered. Equal to your level. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, when you get to level 10, heal 10 HP. Level 20, 20 HP. But I personally think it should be something like maybe your hit die. Like, your hit die. So, for example, if you were a unicorn Squishmallow Barbarian, it would be 1d12 plus your level. I feel like that is a little more balanced. This is definitely underpowered. AI is not perfect. I'm just putting in my suggestions. If you're a DM and want to incorporate this, do whatever you want. If you're a player and you want to present this to your DM, I would highly recommend keeping it as is. Maybe pitch my idea if you really want to. But more than likely, this is the way to get it approved. Anyways, Dragon. You have a breath weapon. So basically, Dragonborn as a Squishmallow. As an action, you can exhale a 15-foot cone of fire or cold. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 8 plus your con modifier plus your proficiency bonus. The damage is 2d6 plus your con modifier, and you choose whether the damage is fire or cold. Now, rules as written, it straight up says, like, rules as written, somebody could find a loophole in this and say that each time you can choose if it's fire or cold. I don't like that. Specifically, write in there that at level 1, you choose your damage type and it's locked in. That's just me personally. Maybe another DM will interpret rules as written as already level 1, you're locked in. But that's just my personal opinion. We also have Elemental Squishmallow. You are attuned to a particular element, such as fire or water, and can control it to some degree. Increase your intelligence score by 1, and choose one of the following options. Fire. You can ignite flammable objects and create small flames with a snap of your fingers. You can also resist fire damage. And water. You can breathe underwater and move through water with ease. You can also resist cold damage. Already, the elemental squishmallows are kind of underwhelming. Yeah, sure, resisting fire damage, that's all well and good. Um, for things such as fire bolts, fireball, fire wall, whatever fire spell gets thrown at you. But ignite flammable objects and create small flames. I would personally say that you get access to like the firebolt cantrip or create bonfire and can only use it once per long rest. And then for water, breathing underwater is a very big deal. And then move through water with ease. What exactly does that mean? For a new player, what does that mean to them? I personally would, put it in there as, you have a swim speed equal to your walk speed and it's not difficult terrain or something like that. You can also resist cold damage. That's also pretty great. Moving on, we've got Brew of the Bold, aka coffee in Dungeons and Dragons. Um, Take notes, all you caffeine addicts. It's a uncommon, wondrous item. This bag of coffee beans is a rare and exotic blend sourced from the highest peaks of the realm. When brewed, it creates a potent and energizing drink that can help adventurers overcome fatigue and stay alert during long journeys. Activation. To use this item, the user must first grind the coffee beans and brew them in hot water. The resulting drink can be consumed as a regular beverage or used as a component in spells and potions. That is actually pretty cool. Imagine a healing potion, but coffee. So you would get the effects of Brew of the Bold and a healing potion. I think that's kind of cool. Um, Energizing effect. When consumed, Brew of the Bold grants the drinker temporary hit points equal to their Constitution modifier and grants advantage on saving throws against exhaustion for the next hour. Additionally, the drinker gains a +2 bonus to initiative rolls and dexterity checks for the same duration. Okay, that's pretty cool. A +2 initiative bonus. That's awesome. Limitations. Brew of the Bold can only be used once per day, and its effects do not stack with other sources of temporary hit points or initiative bonuses. Additionally, consuming too much coffee can have negative effects on the user's health, including jitters, nervousness, and increased heart rate. It does not incorporate mechanics for this, obviously, but I would love to see it. While Brew of the Bold is a useful item for adventurers, its effects should be balanced carefully by the DM to ensure it does not unbalance the game. Additionally, role-playing the effects of consuming large amounts of caffeine can add an amusing and realistic element to your game. That is pretty cool. Next up, we have the Fat Man. And no, I'm not talking Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I'm talking a mini nuke launcher from the Fallout series. It is a launcher weapon, a legendary, which requires attunement. The Fat Man is a powerful weapon designed by the United States military to launch mini nukes. It is a +3 launcher that does explosive damage. Mini nuke. The Fat Man fires mini nukes that explode on impact. When fired, the wielder makes a ranged attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 8d6 explosive damage, and all creatures within A 20-foot radius of the target must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw or take half damage. The Fat Man can only be used once per long rest. Radiant Blast. The Fat Man has an additional function that allows it to emit a burst of radiant energy. As an action, the wielder can activate this ability to emit a 20-foot radius burst of radiant energy centered on themselves. All creatures within the radius must make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw or take 8d6 radiant damage and be blinded for 1 minute. A successful saving throw halves the damage and negates the blinding effect. The Fat Man can only emit this radiant blast once per long rest. Already, get rid of radiant blast. That's my personal opinion. Get rid of the radiant blast because, the only Fallout game I really played and beat was Fallout 4, and last I checked, there was no radiant blast feature. Mini Nuke is the only thing it should have, but that's, once again, my opinion. Also, in the notes section, the Fat Man is a powerful weapon that can greatly affect the balance of the game. Its abilities should be carefully considered and balanced by the DM to ensure it doesn't unbalance the game. The DM may also want to consider limiting its use or ability in their game. Or campaign, not game. Yes, agreed. Also, make the mini nukes kind of the limit or availability in their campaign. Make the mini nukes super hard to find. And they already in the Fallout games, they weigh like a lot. So unless you're using mods that negate the weight system, or in your D&D campaign, if you're not using encumbrance, definitely put like a limit, like, oh, you can only carry one mini nuke because if like one collides with the other, then big boom boom. Make the mini nukes hard to find. Get rid of Radiant Blast. That's all I would really change with the Fat Man mini nuke launcher. And with that, time for an ad break.
This video is amazingly sponsored by the amazing folks over at Dubby. So, what exactly is Dubby? Well, are you looking for a pick-me-up without all that jittery mess? Dubby's the drink for you. All you need to make this amazing magical drink is Dubby's powder that you can get from www.dubby.com. 6 to 8 ounces of water and boom, you'll be feeling like a champ without the crash. Packed with nootropics and vitamins that boost cognitive performance, Dubby has the equivalent of about 2 cups of coffee, which is 150 milligrams of caffeine. That is raw, pure energy without any of the crash or the jitters. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Dubby is also powered by a naturally made, patented ingredient, Neurofactor. What is it made with? Coffee cherries. And these have been clinically shown to boost brain performance. Not only will you be at top peak performance, you'll be firing on all cylinders too. Another great thing is Dubby is made for everyone. It's 0 sugar, 0 calorie, maltodextrin free, and there's no artificial coloring. It's basically the holy grail of energy drinks. But wait, there's more. If you use my code, MilesToMage, which is up on screen now and will also be in the description down below, you will get 10% off your order. 10%? That is a killer deal. Because not only will you be getting some amazing energy drink, but you'll also be supporting me directly, which helps me out a lot because I absolutely love making these videos and I want to continue making these videos for a very long time to come. Thank you, Dubby, so much for sponsoring. Thank you guys so much for watching. But now, on to the video.
All right. Next up, we have the Leviathan Axe from God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. It is a battle axe, legendary battle axe that requires attunement. The Leviathan axe is a formidable weapon forged by the dwarven smiths and imbued with the power of the ice giant Ymir. It is a +3 magic weapon that deals slashing damage. Freezing Burst. Once per turn, when the wielder hits a creature with the Leviathan axe, they can choose to expend a charge to unleash a burst of freezing energy. The target must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw or take an additional 2d8 cold damage and be frozen in place for 1 round. While frozen, the creature is incapacitated and cannot take actions or reactions. At the end of each of its turns, a creature can make a new Constitution saving throw to break free of the ice. We also have Charge Strike. The Leviathan axe has 3 charges that can be used to enhance its attacks. When the wielder makes an attack with the Leviathan axe, they can choose to expend 1 charge to add an extra 2d6 cold damage to the attack. This additional damage applies even if the Freezing Burst ability is not used. Regenerating Weapon. The Leviathan axe regains 1 charge at dawn to up to a maximum of 3 charges. This is a pretty balanced legendary weapon, I would say. You only have 3 charges, and it only regains 1 charge. So if you waste all 3 charges in one combat, then you're kind of screwed. But I do think, some massive damage. Doing a charge strike to deal the additional 2d6 cold damage and use another charge, so that's 2 charges total, to add an additional 2d8. I could run the math, but let's just say it's going to average out some pretty decent damage. On top of this, is just a grand total of 2d8 plus 2d6 plus normal battle axe damage, which I believe is a d10 or a d12. I cannot remember off the top of my head. Great weapon. Maybe your DM might be generous and give you more charges, but I personally, as a DM, would keep it at 3. Moving on to our next magic item, D&D thing, the Krabby Patty. Notice how I did not put it in parentheses, because if you don't know what a Krabby Patty is, then you've been living under a rock. Anyways, legendary wondrous item, the Krabby Patty. This juicy mouth-watering burger is made with a secret recipe that only the legendary Krusty Krab chef SpongeBob SquarePants knows. When eaten, the Krabby Patty provides the following benefits. You gain temporary hit points equal to your level plus your con modifier. See? If we had something like this for the Healing Touch ability for the Squishmallow Unicorn, that would be pretty cool. Maybe having a hit die is too powerful, but your level plus your con mod, that's better. You are immune to being frightened or intimidated for the next hour. Okay, pretty good. You gain advantage on any charisma-based checks made to persuade or charm NPCs for the next hour. I can just imagine that one SpongeBob episode with that Strickler lady and the song, I love Krabby Patties, I think they're swell, or something like that. Definitely any charisma, I would say performance, and sing that song. You would get inspiration at my table, guaranteed. Anyways, and resistance to fire damage for the next hour. That's pretty good. Once eaten, the Krabby Patty cannot be consumed again for 24 hours, as the sheer amount of flavor and satisfaction it provides requires time for your taste buds to recover. Note, the Krabby Patty is an incredibly rare and sought-after item, and should only be used in campaigns where high-level magic and legendary items are commonplace. Additionally, the recipe for the Krabby Patty is a closely guarded secret, and anyone who learns it could become a target for rivals or enemies seeking to steal the recipe for themselves. This is pretty great. I love this, like 10 out of 10. I would incorporate it in my Savage Lands campaign if I wasn't too afraid of running into copyright infringement. One thing I would add is maybe modify it a little bit. So if you guys remember the Just One Bite episode, that's the only episode name I can remember now. Wow, okay. Squidward tries a Krabby Patty for the first time, and he ends up loving it so much that he just has to get his hands on more. He eats a bunch of Krabby Patties, it goes straight to his thighs, and then he blows up. but definitely possibly have something like that where a person eats a Krabby Patty and they have to make a Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, they need another Krabby Patty, and then have effects like it will go straight to your thighs, and then you'll blow up or something like that. I don't know. Next up, we have the Cat Bell Collar, aka the Cat Bell Power Up from Super Mario 3D World. I love how the AI guess, took inspiration from Cat Bowser, or Meowser, as he's called. I don't know. I think Cat Bowser, like Meowser, is clever, but Cat Bowser is just better, in my opinion. Rare wondrous item. This small collar is adorned with a bell, and when worn by a humanoid, grants them the power to transform into a feline humanoid known as a cat person. Wearing the cat bell collar, you gain the following benefits. You have a climb speed equal to your walking speed and can climb surfaces as if they were easy terrain. You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide in areas of dim light or darkness. You can use the collar to cast Misty Step once per short rest, but you must transform into your cat form first. You gain access to a special melee attack called Pounce. Excuse me. As a bonus action, on your turn, you can move up to your speed and make a melee weapon attack against a creature within reach. If you hit, you deal an additional 1d6 slashing damage and knock the target prone. That's pretty cool. While transformed in your cat form, you gain the following additional benefits. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. You have advantage on dexterity acrobatics checks made to jump, and you have a +2 bonus to your armor class. The cat bell collar has 3 charges and it regains 1 expended charge daily at dawn. You can spend 1 charge to transform into your cat form or 2 charges to cast the gaseous form spell, but you must transform into your cat form first. Note, depending on the transformation into a cat form can be permanent or temporary depending on the needs of your campaign. You can also adjust the bonuses and rarity of the cat bell collar or add or remove spells from the list of available options to better benefit your game. Okay, so get rid of all the spells. Gaseous form, and if we go back to this slide, oh, whoopsies. If we go back to, no, not the end, not yet. If we go back to this slide, get rid of Misty Step. Last I checked, Misty Step and Gaseous Form have absolutely no interpretation in Mario 3D World from the Cat Bell power-up. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments section down below. I promise I read them. I really do. Anyways, so get rid of the spells. Everything else is great. And now, unfortunately, for now, that is the end of this episode of ChatGPT D&D. If you guys like what you see, remember, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, ding, 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 and join the notification station, the whole shebang, shaboodle, the whole kit and caboodle, if you know what I mean. I'm really looking forward to turning this into a series. I'm already working on the next set of slides. So make sure, once again, that you ring that notification bell so that way you know when the next episode comes out. And leaving a like definitely lets me know that you guys enjoy making this, enjoy watching this series, I should say, as much as I enjoy making it. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantabulous day. And this is your friendly neighborhood Dungeon Master Miles signing off. Good boy!